All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for a second episode of the Love. By the way, I like the name. Love, Lust, Game.
I love the name too.
Yeah. I think love's a game. Lust is a game. I think we're talking about lust today, though. By the way, so
Okay. Are we talking about lust today?
I think we're talking about lust. Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit off camera.
I'm
not looking forward to these answers at all.
Why? I thought this is what you've always wanted to know all your life.
I have a feeling that I know the answers, but I don't want to admit them.
Really?
You know? Okay. Yeah, because I think I teach a lot of guys, especially that struggle with women, that you don't need some of the stuff we're talking about.
Okay.
All right, so
we made a pact that when we started this podcast, that I would be 100% honest and genuine.
We're on camera. We don't have to lie. It's
so
okay. You can tell.
So I'm gonna be honest. No, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be like critically and brutally honest about every answer that I give. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you just exactly what I think and exactly how I feel. Not what you want to hear. Okay? So hopefully you're ready.
It's gonna be good though.
Hopefully
I agree.
You're ready.
Okay, so what we're talking about today is kind of like what we said, was just myths, right? There's a lot of, well, we'll find out if they're actually myths or not.
Yeah.
Myths on men, particularly on what they think will attract a woman.
Okay.
So to give you an example, we get started off with this one right away, is a nice car, right? So like, I listen, like, so I've had plenty of guys be like, yo, Seth, like, you know, a nice car will attract a woman more. You know, an exotic car, a guy with a Lamborghini or a Ferrari will attract more women. I don't like that.
All right. Go ahead.
Will attract more women than somebody with like a, I don't know, a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
You tell me.
So you want to, well, I think the obvious answer is yeah. Obviously, it's going to attract more women if you have a Lamborghini or you have a Ferrari. But like what type of woman? So it depends on what the guy wants as well, right? Like, yeah, you're going to have a bunch of women, all different types, but it's up to you to use your best discernment and choose a woman who actually likes you for who you are and not your car. Because you're going to get a lot of women who like you for your car and for the things that they think that you can provide to them. But go ahead. I see you open your mouth all like, you're like.
Okay, but when it comes to first impressions, okay, so like, let's just use like an example. I don't know. I pull up to Target because there's so many women at Target.
I love Target. I know. I'm always at Target.
By the way, you guys are picking up girls. Go to Target.
Go to Target.
There's so many choices.
Diamond Bar. I'm always there.
Oh God.
No, don't.
You go to Target and you pull up in a Honda Civic next to a girl. They're like, who's pretty, right? She's putting groceries in her trunk.
Okay.
Is that going to make a less of an impression versus pulling up in a G-Wagon?
Of course. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie because the guy in the Honda Civic next to me, I probably didn't notice. I pulled up next to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So the car does attract, eyes. I'm gonna look like, oh, that's a nice car. I admire cars. I'm actually really into cars.
Right.
Sports cars. So of course, like I'm gonna
take note, guys.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at the car, but it still doesn't mean that the man is more valuable to me.
Okay.
So does it attract more attention for women? Yes, most definitely. But does it raise the value of the man? Not necessarily.
So I guess like it's more like we were talking about last time. It opens a window for opportunity.
It does, for sure.
Right. So I guess what you're saying is like the car, pulling up in a nice car or having a nice car. Because I'm gonna flip the script on both sides, and the first one is the first impression part, which we talked about right now. Is I guess it opens a window, and then obviously if he's a douchebag, then whatever, right? Like that's the window's now closed.
Right.
But whereas he comes out in a nice car and then talks to you, he's a sweet guy or a confident guy. Now it's like what? Like now like the attraction level is starting to go up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he has a nice car, and then he's sweet, he's kind, he's caring. Then it opens a window, and it's a possibility.
Oh, okay. Now let's go. Sure. So let's go backwards now. So like that's a first impression.
Yeah.
Now, what if a guy approaches you at the gym? You guys are having a small little conversation, whatever. There's some sort of small spark.
Okay.
And then as you guys are walking together out to the parking lot, saying goodbye, he jumps into a Lamborghini.
Okay.
Is that adding now more to the value of this guy?
I think so. If we already had natural chemistry, right? We were in one place. We already had chemistry. I didn't really know much about what kind of car he drives. And then I see the kind of car he drives. Right. I think so. It kind of does add a little bit more because I already kind of liked him, or I was already kind of interested in him.
Okay.
And then now I find out he has a nice car. That's cool. To me, that means he's probably ambitious. And again, I do like an ambitious guy because I'm ambitious. So I feel like that's attractive. I'm like, okay, cool. And I have a nice car. So I kind of want my dude's car to be nicer than mine. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I do.
That's a big statement. Okay.
I want the guy to
You drive a nice, like a BMW, or not BMW, a Mercedes.
Yeah. I want the guy to be more ambitious than me. So I feel like the car kind of like, speaks on that.
Interesting.
It makes a statement. It says, hey, I work hard. Here it is.
Got it.
I work hard. Unless it's like, someone who inherited a bunch of money,
Yeah, definitely.
Trust fund baby. Then
I mean, look, you're always going to find exceptions, though.
Yeah, right.
Typically, like, they say, right? The majority of self-made millionaires are literally that. They're self-made.
Yeah.
Right. But there's very few millionaires that are actually trust fund babies or paying monies.
Yes.
Okay, so let's piggyback on that.
Okay.
A house.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know, a guy, you walk into a house that's like a normal house, or a guy, and you told me this off camera before, you giving me examples.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You're going to use examples. Oh, damn. Let's not say names.
Yeah, no, really not.
Never. But, we got to promise we're never going to say names on this show, but we will say stories and instances.
So,
disclaimer, we will not say your name.
So bad.
Uh-huh.
A house, you walk in.
Okay.
It's a mansion.
All right.
Are you like thinking like, this might be like father material
I'm like, dang, this is a nice closet.
Oh,
my shoes in here.
Yeah, but for real, is that what you're thinking though?
No.
Okay.
No. And again, I'm going to speak for myself because I think every woman's different. I think a lot of women, might think that. But personally, no. I feel like this man's success, that's his house.
Okay.
I'm not envisioning myself living there. But I do admire his house. I'm like, wow, he works hard. This is a beautiful house. Look at what he has here. Wow, this is nice.
Interesting.
This is
so
nice.
It's more like a testament to his success / ambition.
Hard work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this kind of
That's
falls
attractive.
Yeah, so it falls more into like the ambition category, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like necessarily reflect more upon like anything else, which is father material or I don't know, boyfriend material, kindness, sweetness, none of that.
It doesn't, because I know, especially, you and I work in an industry where we're surrounded by a ton of successful people. So we've seen it all. And I know that money does not define a man. It just means that you have money. Like, that's it.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that you're sweet. Doesn't mean that you're kind, that you're caring. Doesn't mean you're going to be a great father.
Yeah.
Just means that you have a lot of money.
All right. So next one. This is weird. I disagree with this entirely, by the way, like when I say this out loud.
Okay.
Dad bods. Okay. There's like a thing going on right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, I legitimately, like, I know so many beautiful girls now, and they're like, oh, I'm into dad bods. I'm just like, what?
I know. Maybe they want to float. They want to float on the bod. They want to fly.
I don't get it. Like, who wants to sit on a freaking beanie bag? It doesn't make sense. Like,
maybe it keeps them warmer at night.
Oh God,
it's kind of cold in the winter. Through your bottle. Mic drop.
Okay, so
little hair on the chest.
No,
little hair down the belly.
Oh my God,
it's kind of warm.
So you tell me, like, you be honest, right? Dad bods, yay or nay? Because here's what I think.
Maybe.
May? Did you just say,
not yay.
Did you say may?
Yeah, I said maybe. So like, I'm attracted to different types of men, and I've been attracted to men who have dad bods. So I don't think it's like, oh, he has a dad bod or he has a gut. Let's define dad bod first. Let's define it to see what that means, because some people might have a different definition. So you go first. What did you think?
I thought of a guy that doesn't go to the gym, that doesn't work out, not necessarily like obese, but like,
not level 10 obesity.
Nah, not like Fat Albert, like
level
hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, in my opinion, somebody that doesn't really necessarily take care of himself physically, right? That's what I think of dad bods.
Okay.
Right, like, you know what they say, the quintessential dad is like couch potato, right? He watches games, eats cookies, drinks coffee, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like, I think of that, I go, okay, that guy is not really working out. That's what I think is a dad bod. Is that what is like what you're thinking as well?
No.
Okay.
No. So maybe that's where we're like,
the disposition.
Yeah, exactly. So no, to me, the definition of a dad bod, and I think most women probably feel the same, is a man who doesn't work out too much. Right? He doesn't work out too much. So he's not a total, like, muscle meathead type of guy. But he does work out once in a while. So he looks like a dad, like a hot dad, Maybe he's a couple pounds overweight. Maybe, let's say, 10, 20 pounds overweight, right? But he goes to the gym, and he does have some muscle definition, but not too much. He looks like a dad who's, like, really busy, loves his kids, and goes to the gym once in a while. So he's like, oh, his body's not the best, but he's still hot. That's the definition of a dad bod, honestly. You look shocked. You look shocked.
I'm still digesting what you just...
It's almost like, it's like chunky, but I work out, you know, here and there. Like, I'm a little chunky, I'm a little thick, but I'm also a little toned, just on the thicker side. I'm not super lean. You can't really see, like, harsh definition of my muscles or my abs. But, you know, I work out every
I don't
now
think
and
he
then.
has abs.
So, yeah. He doesn't have abs. But he's, like, you know, a little bit muscular. Muscular thick. Kind of like fat thick, you know?
The reason I'm laughing...
It's like guys who work out, but they don't eat clean. It's kind of like that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But then, like, I feel like that's a lot of people, right?
But that's, like, dad bod. That's dad bod.
I just think it's funny because, like, with men, it's the exact opposite, right? Like, we're not like, oh, mom bods. Oh. Right? Like...
Mom bod.
So attractive.
Yeah.
You know? Like...
Yeah. Speechless. Uh-huh.
Chunky guys. It's just... I'll tell you why I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it because I feel like it gives men an excuse to not take care of themselves at the gym. Like, you know me, like, and especially even you. We're both kind of gym rats, as you know. So, like, when I'm over here teaching, mentoring younger men, right, especially, and I'm like, hey, take care of yourself physically. Go to the gym every day, 5 days a week, whatever. Eat well. And then you have, like, this, you know, aura of, well, dad bods.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like, I mean, it's like when you're attracted to a guy that doesn't really work out that much, and you're not, that's usually not the type of guy that you're attracted to, but he actually looks good, you know, even though he's a little thicker. Dad bod. It is. No, seriously. So that's that. That's
I get that. Dad bod.
So can I be attracted to a man with a dad bod?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like what if he's really handsome, you know, and he's just a little like thicker, but he's really handsome, he's tall. I love like height. Yes.
We're going to go into that actually next anyway.
So height matters, yes. If he's short with a dad bod, no, I can't. Okay. Even though I'm only 5 feet tall, I know it's going to sound so
You're like 4'10".
Don't tell lies.
Like...
Stop telling the truth.
With the heels, she's 5'1".
I know.
That's like me on Tinder. I'm 6 foot on Tinder.
I am 4'11" and 3/4.
There we go.
Exactly. Okay, so I say 5 feet.
Is that literally what you are?
Yeah, 4'11" and 3/4.
So you just round up?
I'm right under 5 feet.
Hey, we're similar. We round up.
So do you. You lie like 3 inches.
I'm 5'9.5". I round up 5'10".
You're like, I'm 6 feet. Lies.
So height matters, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a harsh reality for a lot of men.
Yeah.
You know?
I know, right? It's something that you can't change no matter what.
I'll tell you, for me, it's like I'm not short by any means, right? But I'm not like 6 foot either, right? I'm like 5'9.5". I round to 5'10". With my boots on or my shoes, I'm like 5'11".
I know you're always with boots, with like high heels.
Because I'm trying to be tall. I'm trying to match my Tinder profile.
I know.
Okay? No, but then it's funny because I went to Europe. I think I told you the story. I went to Europe and like I was the shortest guy out there, right?
Oh, really?
And then I realized, however, is because every one of these guys are all wearing boots with like 3-inch soles.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's like a thing, right? Like even the girls were taller than me.
Wow.
Every girl. I didn't see it. Like, and so I'm like, what's going on? It's because they're all wearing like 4-inch sole shoes. I went to Forever 21 in Switzerland. Yeah. Me and my buddy both went there. And the first thing we see at the shoe section is a bunch of boots. They're like this tall.
Way.
Every one of them. It's a thing out there.
Stylish.
Yeah, it's like a style. Exactly, right? Yeah, so just letting y'all know, if you guys want if you want to look taller again, just go to Europe. You know, there's a bunch of shoes out there for you.
Thanks for letting me know. So next time I go, I'm left out. I'm going to be like, what's going on?
You're always wearing heels though, right?
Yeah, on the daily. Except today.
So let's go with you, okay? Let's be real. What is the minimum height that you date?
Gosh. Okay. So I'm not going to say that I haven't dated a shorter dude, but it's not what I prefer. It's not what I prefer. So the shortest guy that I would date would probably be like 5'10".
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is why this one's interesting to me. Because the other three things we've talked about, which is cars, house, and dad bods, those could all be worked on.
Yeah. They can't.
You can't work on height.
You can't.
Right? Like, I mean, unless there's like some weird stuff out there. Like,
There is actually, but we're not going to.
No, that's actually, I want to go into some of the practical ones. So, like, you tell me, okay? So, let's say a guy is 5'8". All right. The average height in America, by the way, is 5'8". Okay? And so for men, I'll apologize. And I think the average height for women is 5'4". Haha.
I know, I'm way below average. Way below. Yeah, so.
But let's say for men, 5'8". You just said out loud 5'10". And I think a lot of women would agree with you on that. Yeah. I think most women want a 5'9", 5'10", or higher, right? And to give you guys some ideas here, right? Ryan Gosling's 6 foot. Brad Pitt's 6'1". Justin Bieber's only 5'9". Okay. Neo is 5'8". So like, so obviously, like what I'm trying to say is there is range like anything else.
Yeah.
But let's say for the men that are short, okay, there are products out there. We just talked about it in Europe right now, where they have, you know,
yeah.
Is that weird or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like automatically, yes. Like I want to see you in your slippers with your socks in the morning, making pancakes, and you're 5'10" still.
Got it. So just to make the obvious, you meet a guy out and about. He's wearing these big old 4-inch boots. He's 6 foot, and then you meet him later on. He's down to 5'9".
Damn, that's a lie. You lied to me.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what can a guy do that is short?
Oh my god.
Half our audience is gone now.
I know, right? They're like, damn. Okay. So honestly, I'll be honest. Yeah. I'm not attracted to a short guy. So yeah. I'll give you a couple pointers. Okay. All right. So I think that height has a lot to do with attraction and chemistry automatically for a female. So what I'm attracted to automatically is height. So if the guy doesn't have it,
it's a first impression.
Yeah, if the guy doesn't have it, it's probably not. It's just not going to be there for me. And there's nothing that he can do about that.
Interesting.
Am I going to say that guy is doomed? No, most definitely not.
Right.
There's a bunch of women who don't mind with height, and there's a bunch of handsome men who are 5'8" or under, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of beautiful women who would be okay with that. But I'm just speaking for my preference. Like I want someone who's 5'10" or taller. And that's what I'm attracted to. That's what I'm attracted to, So like you're attracted to women who are fit.
Yes.
Right? So it's like me asking you, well, if the girl is like 100, right? Yeah. 50 pounds overweight, 100 pounds, but she's a model. Because there's actual models, like plus size models who are gorgeous. It's just, I know what you mean, but it's my preference. Beautiful woman on the inside, like could have everything in the world. But because of that, you're just not attracted to her, right? Automatically, no matter what, she can't change it for you, right? But there's other men who are like, oh, I actually like a little thicker. That's cool. Like I'm down with that. But for you, no. So that's how I feel about height.
Interesting.
He has to be tall, right?
Interesting.
If I'm shopping in the mall, I want to be like, there he is. I found him. There he is. I don't want to be like, where is he? I'm already like below the hangers. I already can't see. Now I can't find him either. Yeah, I want to see him easily.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Because we're getting close to the end, so there's one more that I want to talk about.
Okay.
So we are in, and I'm gonna sugarcoat a little bit in the beginning because it's true. We are in the most expensive era ever, right? Like home prices are off the roof right now. Inflation's kicking butt.
It's insane.
So I can tell you this because I dealt with it for a little bit from different circumstances. Mm-hmm. But living on your own now is almost impossible, right? Mm-hmm. Especially as a young man. So I'm talking about like a 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old man.
Okay.
Him getting his own place. Like back in the day, I feel like that was normal. Like you can move out at 19, 20. Now, even studies have shown this, now millennials and even younger, the next generation, are living with their families for longer and longer time.
They are.
I know 24-year-old guys, 25-year-old guys who make decent amount of money, but they're living with their mom and dad.
Yeah.
Right? And I get it. Like, it's just the world we live in today. Mm-hmm. Is that a turnoff or it is, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a turnoff. I'm not going to lie.
Bottom line, huh?
It's a turnoff. It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's a turnoff because I expect that my man is going to be independent or want to be independent and live by himself.
So you're 26 now, right?
27.
27. You just turned 27. That's right. Let's say when you were 22, 23, because we do have a younger audience sometimes as well. Same thing?
No, I think 22 or 23. No, I think that's okay. That's acceptable.
So you probably.
But I'm also not looking to date men who are 22 or
that's true.
23. But I think that if they're 22 or 23 and they're living at home, and the girls are 18 or 19 or even their age, 22, 23, right. I still think it's acceptable for their age group where they're at.
At what age then?
I see.
You see what I mean? Like now you're getting, that's the question. At what age do you expect a man to be like, hey, he's independent? Maybe not necessarily living on his own, but maybe with roommates or, you know what I mean? Like basically in a group of
Honestly, I think 25
really?
Above.
Interesting.
Yes.
So so you would actually advise the men that are listening to this that are a little, maybe 25, 26, like, hey, start figuring out a way to become more independent.
Yes.
To be out of the house.
Yeah, because once you change your environment, like let's say you can afford to live on your own, you're 25, you're a guy, you can afford to live on your own, but it's not like you're going to have a lot of money, left over. You're going to spend the majority of your money on your rent.
Yeah.
I Personally, this is just my opinion. I think that's okay. I think that if you put yourself in a position where you're uncomfortable, you're going to make ends meet and you're going to do everything you can to get better. And once you move out of your house, you change your identity. You're a 25-year-old man now who lives on his own. That's someone else. That's a different man than I have my mom and dad, and I know they're going to back me. I know if I'm hungry or if I need help with my car payment, they're going to help me. That's a different man now. You're changing your identity. So let's work on changing your identity to get closer to your goals.
And that's attractive to you.
And I think the money that you're going to spend, even if you're struggling, is going to be worth it for the new man, the new identity that you get.
And this is all from the female perspective.
Yes.
And that's something that's all attractive to you then.
I think it's attractive, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Wow, that's huge. I'll tell you right now, with me, my circumstance was very different, as you know, right? So, like, obviously my parents split. So I had my mom with me all the way until I was about 26, 27.
Yeah.
And then,
but you were taking care of her.
Correct. But it's still, unfortunately, I think no matter what, it's still viewed as, well, even though you live with her.
I don't think so. I think
really?
that's different. And I think you could explain that to the girl.
Got it.
You could say, like, hey, I'm living with my mom, but, well, my mom's living with me.
That's a funny joke, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, do you live with your mom? Nah,
I've dated
but
guys
mom lives with me.
Who their mom lived with them. They were supporting their mom.
Oh, and that's okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's okay. It depends on the story. It depends. Like, are you living with your mom because you just never want to move out? I also know men who are 30 who are very successful and still live with their mom. And they don't have to. They just live with their mom. And I think that's unattractive.
Got it.
Yeah. But if you're helping your mom, that's a different story. That's
interesting.
Nice. That's fine.
Is that attractive to you?
I think it's kind. Yeah. I think, oh, wow, he's helping his mom. Cool. Well, like, eventually maybe she'll get her own place.
So
or
the details matter.
Her get her own place.
Yeah. So the details
Not
matter.
for everything, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. Some advice right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, all right. Well, we're now 20 minutes in. Any last comments you want to make for the men here, especially because you broke their hearts after you told them short?
Just want to let you guys know that there is a woman out there for you. This is just my personal preference, and you guys have a good day.
Shout out to all the short guys. I still love you.
Yes.
See ya,
you
brother.
Are loved.
See ya.